We're back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box. Are you ready to see what they've got?
I'm ready.
I am too. Come join us. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Emily.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
I'm super excited to talk watches with you,
Always.
as always, but
Yeah.
also you guys at home. I know that they have something set aside for us. Spoiler alert, this is a single box episode, so we haven't received 2 boxes this time around, but that doesn't mean that this won't be
Still
great.
excited to check it out.
Very true. Would you like to do a wrist check with me? What do you
I
got
would.
on under there? I can't see.
I have a vintage Tudor. Yeah, vintage
Look
Tudor
at that
sub.
blue.
I know. I love the blue.
Coordinated.
Yeah. This is a 36 mil, which is kind of nice.
You
It's
never wear something this small.
I know. It doesn't seem like something that.
bracelet looks great.
I like it. I really like this one. Yeah, it's good. What do you got on?
Like 10 out of 10, actually. I like that a lot
My
on
wife
you.
actually steals this one very often. Being 36, it fits
Smart girl.
really well, and it looks great.
When you talk shareable, you mean shareable
Absolutely.
from experience.
Yes.
See, we're the real deal here.
It's really-
Speaking of real deal, I've got on a 5112, sorry,
Yes.
Rolex Cellini. It's champagne dial with those lovely Roman numerals.
Nice. It's clean.
Leather strap.
Yeah.
I don't know what my deal is. I've been wearing a lot of leather straps lately.
I like 'em.
I think this watch is thin and just the best
Yeah,
thing ever.
that's what I was gonna comment, the thinness on
The-
that. If you're one that really enjoys a very thin case,
Yeah.
this hits it on the head.
I want to show you the best part of this though. The case back, it's engraved. This was pre-owned, so
Oh.
it says, Mark, I
Mark.
love you, Allison. Isn't that funny?
That's really cute.
I like that
I
those
like it.
messages get to stay on it
Yeah,
a
I was
little
gonna say, I
bit.
like that they left it on there.
Yeah, I'm not taking that thing off. So this happens to be just what we're wearing today. We are always curious, what do you guys have on? Do a wrist check with us, sound off in the comments. Every week we are back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box. So if you like this episode, be sure to subscribe so you can see all of our future episodes. So it is time to get right to it. The team has set aside a box fresh off the FedEx truck. So we get to open this on camera with you guys and give a little bit of a review and share some knowledge that we have and I guess some personal preferences about it too. So if you guys are ready, we are ready.
Let's get into it.
Bring this box over here. Thank you so much. As always, you can do the opening. Does this say where it came from? It just says the date.
Looks like they cut the label off, so.
Smart little.
Total surprise. We don't even know where it came from, but we will find out very soon.
Yes, we will. What's been a episode that you've enjoyed opening the most? Mine was that pre-Daytona, even though it wasn't the model.
I was
right
gonna say
before.
that vintage.
Really?
Yeah, that
thing
was
just
good.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
There's so much to enjoy on it, and it's actually still available, at least at the time of this filming.
Okay.
Rolex.
Okay, there's some clues already. Would you like to
I'll guess.
take a guess at this one?
You want me to guess right now?
You can start. I'll take a look and see what it is, but if you would like to start.
It's weird because I was thinking it was going to be modern, and I think today I had this innate idea that maybe we were going to get a Wimbledon Datejust, but I can tell by the outer box and this inner box that this is a little older.
It is a little older.
This makes me think like a GMT of sorts. Maybe we've got a Pepsi in there. I don't know. I am not the most knowledgeable between boxes, so don't come for me. This was just a guess. All right.
No, it's
ready
not.
for
But you are in the ballpark.
Okay.
And I think you will be pleasantly surprised.
Ballpark meaning, oh, a sport watch.
Yes.
Look at that Submariner.
Gold Submariner at that, and, I don't know if you've noticed yet, Serti sub.
All right.
Okay.
Golden
this one's great.
blue.
Look at this box too. Check
Yeah.
out this box. Like,
The
it's got
green on the
little-
inside.
Yeah.
You know how we always talk about the different greens? That is almost like a hunter green in there. That's so crazy.
It has the Rolex emblem on there. Like, this is a good box.
Yeah, the evolution of boxes alone could be a whole series,
Yeah,
you know?
it really could.
But speaking of this Submariner,
Here, solid gold Submariner.
16808.
Yes. You know, came after the 1680.
Okay.
And this is solid gold and Serti sub. That's the big one about this. When we say Serti sub, we're referencing the dial.
Yeah.
Right.
Sertier.
Yes, comes from the French word,
French.
which means gem set in jewelry, which it absolutely is. So you see the diamond hour markers, and then also they have sapphires on the 12, 6, and 9 o'clock.
Yeah. There's 8 hour markers and diamonds, the 3 and the sapphires. I love those blue sapphires a lot.
Me too.
There's a variety of gem set, right? Between the GMT of all things and the Submariner, right? I like the champagne dial with it. Feels that uniformity versus what, silver?
Yes,
Silvers?
they also have a silver.
Cool.
And yeah, like the blue and gold is a great color combination,
Yes,
right? Blue
it
and
is.
gold go together. I know you love it already.
Yes, I do a lot.
And yeah, with the sapphires, and then ties in with the blue bezel, and then the rest is kind of like just gold throughout. So for me, when I see this, I just see a big bunch of gold with some blue accents, and done really well. Not just
feels very time specific,
It does.
80s-ish.
And it's it's a little.
Is that 3 dots on there?
On the
chip lock?
The trip lock, yes.
Okay.
And this was the first one that introduced the quick set date. So it is
Gotta
an
love
older
that
watch. I think
feature.
it's from 80s,
Early
80s. Yeah. I mean, technically we're this vintage territory, right?
Yeah.
It's not what you think of when someone says vintage Rolex Submariner. People probably think of, its predecessor, the 1680, 5512, those kind of watches. But this is a vintage watch, and it's nice. It has a sapphire crystal, it's triple lock crown. It has
Sapphire update, right, from the 1680?
Yes, exactly. Which is nice. Those are features that I love because they are performance features. It doesn't scratch as easy as the acrylic. And I know there's debate on that. People like acrylic better. There's pros and cons to both. But personally, I really like the sapphire because it's just so durable. It's hard to scratch.
Yeah.
Also, like the quick set and the trip lock make it easy to wear and not worry about.
Heck yeah. I'm kind of swooning over this, what do you want to call it, like fan favorite solid
Yes.
3-link oyster bracelet.
Solid
the
end link.
links as well. I mean, look at the folding oyster clasp here.
Yes.
You can see even the Rolex emblem on the clasp. It's worn just slightly. I mean, for almost a vintage watch, but it's still there. It's not over polished, and the extension as well in there.
Yes, exactly. It looks to be in great shape, and you mentioned the dive extension and the fold over, and I talk about the wearability of it and not have to worrying about it like you would maybe a little bit older of a vintage Submariner. It's a dive watch. This is still a dive watch. It's very capable. I know it doesn't seem like something that you would be rushing to put on your wrist when you're diving. A solid gold watch with diamonds on the dial, but it is 100% able to handle the task.
But these are pretty subtle diamonds, honestly. For all of diamonds that you could have on any watch, let alone a sport watch, I think this is done pretty well.
It is.
And I'm a judgy person when it comes to stuff like that. For me, sapphires. That sapphire triangle at 12 o'clock is probably one of my favorite things.
Yeah. My favorite part about the watch, absolutely. Love those sapphires. The blue, and again, just talking about the blue and how it ties together, just really, really gorgeous design.
The date window is even ivoryed a little bit, so it helps with that champagne dial. I love this. One of my second favorite things, if I really am just gonna go there, is the bezel. That blue insert, it's aluminum, isn't it?
Yes. So aluminum bezel insert.
Sport watches haven't really become my main focus much yet, maybe I should say, but this is making a case.
This could be the
What is
transition
this?
piece.
Is this 40 or 41?
40.
Wow.
40 millimeters. So it's the same size and shape as the regular subs or as the regular gold sub. They just has the diamond set and sapphire set dial, which is really the big
clean
talking point on this one.
You want to try it on?
I do.
I want to see it on
I think
your
with the
wrist,
blue,
as always.
it will look.
Oh yeah, you're kind of in the
really good.
perfect outfit for this today. Wow, there's a lot to love on that watch. For an 80s watch, it's definitely a vibe, but in a way, it's a vibe I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I don't see you in gold ever.
I know. It's rare.
Oh,
I could pull it off.
Yeah.
I like it. It's really, if you want the sport watch, and this happens all the time, not just this one, but you want a sport watch and you want something a little more elevated.
Yeah.
A little dressier, a little fancier, right? And to me, this is a very good way to do it without being over the top. I don't want a sport watch that's just covered in diamonds. I don't want a sport watch
Glad
that's
it's not on the bezel.
really dressy, and it's not really a sport watch, but technically you call it a sport watch, right? Like it's not on the bezel, it's not in the lugs and bracelet. Really, really nice. It's also worth mentioning that they did a Serti version of the GMT during the same time.
Yes, with rubies though, right?
You're right. That one does have rubies
I
instead
don't
of
know
the blue
why that
sapphires.
one throws me off a little bit more. I think it's just a color preference.
It is.
Right?
I like the blue aesthetically. I think the blue looks better. I really like the GMT. We see
GMT 's
less
cool.
of them. I think might be part of the reason I like it.
Does the GMT also have the Jubilee option?
Yes.
See, now that's where it pulls me in a little bit. I like that dressier. If you're gonna do the gem set, and then you have the dressier bracelet, it feels very, very good.
Yeah, it would be a good
but
pair.
this oyster is definitely something I don't mind. Maybe it's the 18 karat yellow gold all around. I don't know, but this one feels good. Obviously, these are just our opinions. I'm grateful for a lot of your facts that you have on hand.
Also,
tell me, you had another one?
No, but I have a prediction.
What?
Wish prediction. I don't know. I would like to see when Watches and Wonders comes around. We always make predictions. In the back of my head, I always like, when are they going to redo the Serti sub? I want to see the Serti sub again in like a newer, modern version. But something similar like this.
Do you think they'd use similar gems, or do you think that they'd update it too to something?
I could see them doing both. I know it won't be exactly the same, right? But think about it. Now they could do the green and black version of the GMT with maybe like an emerald. Oh, I would love to see that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
especially
I think there's
as it like anchors into the Rolex brand and their colors. Whoa, that's
I would like to see the
prediction.
Serti sub, and it's such an interesting watch from when it was produced that I would love to see Rolex come back to it and just kind of revive it, show it a little love, a little modernization. So anyway, we'll keep that
transitional
on the
piece
wish
in
list.
exploit. Maybe there'll be another transition to something even newer for the modern generation. But we're curious, what did you guys think of this week's watch of the week? Do you have any opinions about Serti dials in general? What about this exact configuration? Be sure to let us know in the comments. It's always fun to hear what you guys think, not just what we're sharing here. And as I mentioned, be sure to subscribe to the Bob's Watches YouTube channel so that you guys can stay up to date on like all of our video content. We're producing a lot of stuff these days, even over on our YouTube Shorts. So if you guys have any requests too, be sure to let us know in the comments. Otherwise, Justin, thank you so much for helping me unbox another great watch.
Yeah.
This was fun. Well, we'll be back soon with a fresh episode of What's in the Box. Until then, everybody, be well.